Hello and welcome to Fearless Motivation by Mental Stamina video 67. So guys, after I finish this video, I will be 2/3 of the way finished my Fearless Motivation by Mental Stamina series. I just give myself a little pat on the back for doing that. Not too many people believed I could do it just because I haven't had that many guest appearances or like people saying, "Hey Rob, do 100 videos." But like, here's the thing, guys. You gotta have that mental self-image inside of you. I saw it earlier today in a group I just joined, the Dean Graziosi Power to Pivot video. It's all about your mirror talk in the morning. It's just like, you've got to make the choice to be happy. Don't let other people determine your day. You're responsible for your mood. So if you're happy, like irregardless, that's all you got to do. Just speak to yourself. You just say, I've got a good heart, I've got good fitness, and I've got a great smile. Like, that's all you got to do. 3 simple things, like, every day to make you happy, like, every day. You don't want to do, like, douchebag things like a yacht or anything like that, because those are material objects. Just say something, I'm glad it's a beautiful day outside, or there's a beautiful breeze in the air, or there's birds chirping outside. Whatever it is, just like, that is the best way to have a great mental attitude and not let people get you down. So what I jotted in my notebook after I finished a shift just working at the Lickbow was just that a lot of people don't understand my message. It's alright though, because like, if you just slowly chip away at them every a little bit, people will slowly start to come on, because the thing is that strangers don't know anything unless you provide them with a lot of value and kind-heartedness, because you've always got to like speak to who you truly are. And like, that's what you see a lot of, like, on Shark Tank and Dragon's Den. They tell you within the first like 10 seconds who they are, what they've accomplished. This is why you want to listen to them. So like, I'm working on that. Like, it was Jason Capital that told me, he goes, like, it really doesn't matter what you say. Like, that's the least important thing. And he goes, like, you say it is the second most important thing. But the most important thing is when you're speaking, regardless of your cadence, is who you are. Like, if a bum walked into you in a bar and said, "Hey man, you want to get a beer?" You'll be like, "Who are you, dude? Like, get away from me." But if like a famous celebrity, like say Jay-Z or whoever you're into, like a Blake Shelton country, or anybody has just said, "Hey man, let's get a beer," you'd be like, "Yeah, dude, I saw you on TV. Like, you're acclaimed, you're certified." So that is like part of the purpose for the series, just to like get my foot in the water, see what's out there, and just like never stop on my purpose. So I saw a little bit, I'll share a little bit of a statistic with you guys. Out of a study of like 10 people, 2 people will just genuinely like you and want to like follow you. 2 people will be toxic, but the other 6 will be indifferent, and they will need convincing and just like more support on your opinion and the way you live life. And like, I figured like 100 videos is a good way for me to get there, guys. Like, by the time I finish this, it'll be I don't know how long it'll be. It'll be probably about maybe 10 hours of content I've done over the years. So I don't think that's too bad for my first entry into the YouTube community. So, just while I refer to my notes. Yeah, so I was just looking at my notes here, guys. And like, I always live an ambitious and life, and like, that is good. But like I said, like, sometimes I've learned just to scale it back and just keep my mouth shut, because like, here's the thing, guys. Words are like toothpaste. Once you get them out of the tube, you can't get them back in very easily. So just like, silence is golden. Keep your mouth shut. Unless like people ask for your opinion or want your advice on something, really don't say anything to them, because they're strangers. They don't know you. You don't know them. So what makes you qualified to give them advice if they never asked you to do that? So like I've got a really big heart, like I just said, and I always want to help people out with their given situations. But if you haven't walked in your shoes, what gives you the right to help them if they never asked you for support? So that is just one big lesson that I've learned through a few different jobs that I've been released from not keeping my big fat trap shut. But anyways, guys, I'm always happy every day, and I just don't think a lot of people are. And it's just I think misery loves company, and it's just that's the whole thing. And it's just not too many people are happy with their lives because they got to take personal responsibility, and a lot of people are just always looking for scapegoats to blame their shit on. But anyways, guys, like I just shared, in a world of 1,000 no's, all you need is one yes. So on Friday it was 9/11, the sacrificial thing that happened 19 years ago when the World Trade Centers went down. So after I survived the my brain tumor, I invented a little bit of a challenge called the 911 challenge, dedicated to all emergency personnel, and also the number 911. So basically, this was a challenge just to help you remember and become more proficient. That's why I've got I'd say pretty good mental acuity, and just I can remember very succinct details, and even recalling my early childhood, and just doing this whole series, I think I've really come a very long way. So the way the challenge works is that every morning at 911, 9/11, or every night if you're a night owl, you can do it that way. Basically, you just have to look at the clock and record that you did it. So you look at as many devices that tell time, like your cell phone, the TV, anything that where you can get the time. And then what you have to do is for the next 8 hours or so, you have to look at the clock at these following interviews at 10:10, 11:11, 12:12, 1:11, 2:22, 3:33, 4:44, and 5:55. So that would be the basic level of my challenge. And basically what you have to do is you have to complete that for 7 days straight. It sounds really easy at the inception. Oh, I'm just looking at my watch. But when you lead a busy day, unless you're just sitting there meticulously looking at your clock for 8 hours at a time for 7 days in a row, I don't think you're going to be able to do it. So, it sounds easy at the concept, but it always builds upon itself. This, just keep in mind, is level 1 that I invented. So it's the basic level. Just give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to just pause the TV here because I'm actually watching the UFC in the background. And I just noticed that they're going to announce the winner. And I'm going to see that. But anyways, getting back to this thing. So that is the basic level of my challenge. So once you complete that, for 1 week, you can move on to level 2. So this is the enhanced version where you have to complete it for 2 weeks in a row. And it adds 4 more times for you to study. So the new times that you would have to remember are 1:23, 2:34, 3:45, and 4:56, 456. So once you complete that for 2 weeks and do it, just recording on as many time devices as possible, you can move on to the final level. And I call this level the insane expert level. And it just goes batshit crazy after this, guys, because I just wanted to make it ridiculously hard. So in the third and final level, you have to do the digit of the hour, the digit of the hour minus it in for every hour of the day. So it'd be starting at 9:11, you'd have to do 10 minutes to 10, 10 minutes after 10, 11 minutes to 11, 11 minutes after 11, and then 12 minutes to 12, 12 minutes after 12, and then 1 minute to 1 minute after 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 11, and just like that. So it's just you've got to do the hour plus and minus the hour for like 24 hours on a 24-hour clock. And you got to do that for 3 weeks. Well, you don't have to do it 24 hours because nobody stays up 7 days a week, but you would have to do it on the 12-hour clock. So it does get pretty ridiculous, but it's all good, guys, because life in itself is not easy, guys. Like, every day you are dealt, like, challenges, and you just got to rise above them and always look for a purpose of them. So that's what I say for that. And I'm actually just referring to my notes and trying to talk while I read, because I built my life on multitasking. So just to wrap up this video, guys, I'm just going to tell you a little bit more that I do to have like a clear and focused mind. Is what I do is I count. So basically, like and I do put everything down to seconds. Like 1 minute everybody knows is 60 seconds. 2 minutes is 120 seconds. 5 minutes is 320 seconds. 10 minutes is 600 seconds. Half an hour is 1800 seconds. 1 hour is 3,600 seconds. 8 hours, a typical work shift, is 28,800 seconds. So what I often do is when I get to work, I'll be like, okay, only 27,999 seconds to go. And it's always funny because you're always making progress. And that's what I'm always like. If you never stop in life, you're always going forward. And lastly, a 12-hour work shift is 43,200 seconds. And 1 day, I believe, is 86,400 seconds or something of that nature. So that's why I always like that, just counting down, because then you can always see on the clock, like, hey, I'm making progress. Like, and that's what the whole Kaizen philosophy is about. Just slowly taking baby steps every day, guys. Just always thinking you're like the king of your own world. But you always want to have that humble and kind side, just to calmly explain things to people when they don't understand or if they say hi to you. Like when The Rock got his Hollywood Star Rock of Fame, he goes, it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. And that is like a key focus, like in life. You always want to be nice to people until they lose your respect. So that'll just wrap up another video. And in video 68, I will finally get to my physical fitness. So it's just a couple of videos on physical fitness as I parlay to the next chapter, which you will have to tune in on Wednesday because it is Sunday. And I'm just like, I get a little bit forgetful because like I work a shift and then I gotta have dinner and then I gotta watch the end of the NFL. And then I've actually finally got to get to this. But, like, here's the thing, guys. Like, I don't think a lot of people sleep well. It's because they procrastinate. They always put stuff off. Why not get everything you need done in one single day? Or at least, like, plan out your day in that regime. Because when I make a commitment to something, like doing my push-ups, doing my videos, like, I don't stop. Like, I don't fear death. Like, I just won't allow that negative voice to get inside me and say you're not good enough, because like sure you need a bit of help from the inside, but if you don't love yourself like wholly, guys, like nobody else will. And that is the biggest thing I want to like put into this video series. Anyways, guys, that'll wrap up another video and look to see you for video 68. And yeah, Kaizen, guys. Ow! You're all beasts. Take care.